time, Commander Sergeant Major Gagel will be leading us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
To the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Again, thank you for coming. And every year on November 11th, our nation pays respect to Veterans Day, a day where we honor our military veterans and thank them for their service. It's a proud day filled with meaning for everyone who has served. Veterans Day is a time to hear stories of combat and sacrifice for those who served our country, and each has a very powerful story to share. Today, you will hear some powerful stories. Take them with you, reflect on them, and make yourself a better person because of them. It is my pleasure to introduce our first speaker, a representative from the VFW Bremen Post 2791, Commander Connor.
Good morning. Thank you. So make sure you're all listening. I have a little speech here concerning what Veterans Day is all about. I know a lot of people still know about it, but also we're going to do a little history lesson on what Veterans Day is. On the 11th hour, the 11th day of the 11th month of 1918, an armistice between Germany and the Allied nations came into effect. On November 11th, 1919, Armistice Day was commemorated for the first time in 1919. President Woodrow Wilson proclaimed the day should be filled with power, pride, and heroism of those who died in country service with gratitude and victory. There were plans for parades, public meetings, and agreed suspension of business and activities at 11 a.m. In 1926, the United States Congress officially recognized the end of World War I and declared that the anniversary of the Armistice Day should be commemorated with prayer and thanksgiving. Congress also requested that the President issue a proclamation calling upon officials to display the flag of the United States at all government buildings on November 11th and inviting the people of the United States to observe the day in schools and churches and other suitable places with appropriate ceremonies of friendly relationships with other people. An act approved on May 13, 1938, made November 11th each year a legal holiday, known as Armistice Day. The day was originally intended to honor veterans of World War I. A few years later, November 11th became the honor all veterans wherever they were, whenever they had served. In 1968, the holiday bill made an attempt to move Veterans Day to the fourth Monday of October. The bill was effective in 1971. However, it caused a lot of confusion in many states to agree with the decision and continued to hold Veterans Day activities on November the 11th. In 1975, Harold R. Ford signed into law that stated Veterans Day would again be observed November 11th, 1978 on. Today, Veterans Day is still observed on November 11th. Please remember that this day, November 11th, these are all men that sacrificed along with their families, help this country be strong. Thank you.
Honor to be here again at Central. In Flanders Fields, the poppies blow, between the crosses, row on row. That's from a very famous poem written by a Canadian physician and Lieutenant Colonel John Gray, who served and died in the Great War that we call World War I. Of course, we know that Veterans Day originally was called Armistice Day, to commemorate
Before we move on, I would be remiss not to mention one of our faculty members, Ms. Hannigan, a 6th grade teacher. Her son was going to join us today, Major Jim Hannigan in the U.S. Army. He fell ill and is unable to make it today, and I spoke with him the other day, and he wanted to talk about the importance of family. And so we had a nice conversation, and I wanted to share a little bit of it with you. As educators, it's very difficult to get our students to understand the amount of service that the men and women have given to our country. And I can share with you, honestly, I didn't really get it either. Not until a few years ago, when my brother joined the U.S. Air Force. And it was nice to see him grow up because he was like many of our students, unable to clean his room, do his homework, was lippy often. And then he came back a changed man. He would look you in the eye and say, "Yes, sir, yes, ma'am, thank you." His bed was always made. And then he was to become a father. And he got a phone call that he needed to be deployed to Italy to fly routes to Libya. He had a choice. His boss asked that he join with, but he gave him the option to watch his son be born or to go and serve with his brothers. I've never seen my brother cry, and that was the first moment I had that opportunity. My brother chose to go and serve his country and fight to preserve his son's freedom. That's when I understood the power of the service that the men and women here today and all of our country give for our country. And I thank you for that. And I have a very similar activity that Mr. Percola had, but for a different purpose. As educators, it's to get them to our students to feel the impact that you have on our lives. I ask that we do a little exercise together. For those of you who have served or are currently serving, I ask that you stand up and face our students, please. These men and women who stand here before you today have done so much so that you can sit and look at them. Their impact is so profound, I would like to show them how far it's gone. So I ask that if you have a brother or sister that serves in the U.S. military, to please stand as our students. Or parents or community members, please stand if you have a brother or sister, and remain standing, please. If you have a mom or dad who is serving, please stand. Remain standing. If you have an aunt or uncle who is serving or has served, please rise at this time. If you have a friend, a family friend, please rise if they're serving in the U.S. military. Know of anyone. If you've met anyone that has served our country, please stand. So this is for our veterans. Them standing there quietly for you is the loudest thank you Central can give you today. We thank you for paving the way for our students, for their brothers, their sisters, their moms, their dads, their grandparents, their neighbors, their friends. We say thank you. We appreciate everything you've done for us. So at this time, I would like our students and community members to please give these men and women who stand before you would like to present you the challenge. But first, I'd like to finish the story of my brother in order for you to understand the challenge. I asked my brother, why would you miss the birth of your son to fly a plane? And he said to me, how couldn't I? I want to make sure that my son is raised in a country, in a town, in a school, the way that I was raised. At that moment, I learned that he gave more of himself than anyone I've ever met. So my challenge to you is to find something this weekend, start small, find something this weekend that you can do to give a little bit of yourself. Because it's our responsibility to serve each other, our families, our school, our community, and our country. Use this opportunity to serve at least one person this weekend. And it can be as simple as cleaning your room, doing your homework, helping a friend, picking up the garbage on the sidewalk, or just simply smiling at someone who looks like they're having a bad day. By doing any one of these things, you're making someone else's world a little better place to be in. Thank those people who have served and come before you and honor them, because they've done that to the people who have come before them. And so I want to end by thanking several people. Commander Connor, Mr. Piccolo, Mr. Freeland, our band, Ms. Walsh, our chorus, our veterans, our family, our staff, our school board, our community, Spencer Roulette, Kevin Campenworth, they played chaps for us,